Warren Buffett says if you're not making money while you sleep, you're probably going to work until you die. Now for me, that is a clear indication as to how you have to value your time. Not just for the hours that you're actually paid, but for every hour that you are alive. So imagine it like this, okay? You're on 20,000 a year, okay? You've got maybe another side avenue or a hustle or something like that nature. You've got another 5,000 coming in. So your total annual income is 25,000K. What you got to look at and divide that by is 8,760 hours, which is how many hours there are available to all of us in a year. So your 25,000 actually looks like £2.85 per hour. Now, when I started to understand that, it made me really understand what the cost of things were, actually what I was spending. Because look at it like this, £2.85 is my true hour, 25K. I go out and I buy a t-shirt for 400 quid. Okay, I'd have to wear that t-shirt for 140 hours to get the value. That's like going out for a full day, maybe 10, 12 times before I get my value out of it. Not gonna happen. I was wearing things like literally maybe once or twice. And I'm very, very confident that these brands know this, because think about it, every season, what do? They bring out a new, so different from the old, and then bang, you're caught in the rat race. And it's literally happening cross-sector. Think about it, cars. A new car comes out, 3 years later, they bring out the facelift. Just enough detail to make you want it, bang, you're caught in the rat race. So we're literally being sold without any gain. Cost of swag. Now, am I saying that you shouldn't buy nice things? No. Am I saying that you won't feel good, you won't look good? No, I'm not saying that. But if you flip it on its head and just think about how the super wealthy consume their spending habits, people always say they dress the same, they dress plain. And for me, I think there's a deeper meaning behind it. Imagine it like this. If you saw me, I'm dressed plain. I'm in a black jacket, black tee, black jeans, black shoes. First thing you're going to say, he's dressed timeless. And you actually be telling the truth, I am. But this is the thing, right? The super wealthy don't ever want to be down on anything. They always want to make a gain. So they've literally worked out the first thing. Use an object to pay for an object. That's a fair value exchange. Object, no energy. Paying for another object, no energy. House, paying for your lifestyle, fair exchange. However, if you've got to use your energy to pay for an object, that is a game that you're always going to come up short in. And look, the super wealthy know this, right? They know that if they're not getting caught in keeping up with the Joneses, then they can't get dragged into that mindfuck of consumerism, which, by the way, is a game that increases to match every single financial level. And instead, what they get to protect is their biggest assets, which is their mindsets and their decision-making ability. They can then invest that energy into something that's always going to give them a return. Now, for me, that is a concept that I utilize whenever I have to purchase or think about spending money on anything of significant value. Okay, so if you haven't already, go download my PDF. It's got an area with many different examples of the cost of swag, but more importantly, it's got a formula that you can utilize to work out what an hour of your time is actually worth.